In this video, I'll walk you through starting up the server. I've logged into my Amazon Web Services console, as you can see from the URL, and I'm in the Northeast region. My server is currently stopped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click on the server, and I'm going to start it. Yes, I am sure. And it is now pending. It'll take a few moments. I'll spare you the wait. Okie doke. I got the green light. There's my instance, and that's my instance identification number. Now I'll zip on over to my Elastic IPs, and there's my Elastic IP address, 54227.252.172, and I'll right click and I'll associate this with my running instance. And yes, we need to do this every time we restart the server. The association is done, and now you can see my address is displayed. Go over to my instances. You can see that it's initializing. It's doing some status checks and verifying that the server is up and running, and you can see the IP address that's associated with my server. Alrighty, I've entered in my Elastic IP address, and it's now published in the domain server, and it's reachable. I'm going to the login page. I got the message that the certificate that was presented is not trusted by my operating system. I'm going to have to go ahead and take care of that and add it as a trusted certificate. But for the time being, I'll proceed anyway. Here we are. Now I'm going to enter in my current password. And it's looking for my admin console password. And I'll go ahead and I'll paste that in. It's checking it. And I'm in. And as you can see, my database is not running. So what I'll do is I'll zip on over to my administration page. I'll click the Start HANA Database button. Yes, I'll confirm. And now we'll just wait for this to happen. I'll spare you the waiting details. What you might do to occupy your time is head on over to the status page, and you can watch the various server processes as they go from red to green as they get loaded. I'll spare you the details here too, and I'll come right back as the server is up and running. Doesn't take very long, and now all my SAP HANA processes are up and running. My database is ready for me to log in. I'm going to go ahead now and fire up my SAP HANA Studio and log into my database. Here it comes. It's loading the Eclipse Workbench. I've already set up my connection, and I'm logged in as system, and actually I have a second user too. And what I'm going to do now is change my perspective, so I'll go to my other and change myself over to my administrative console. Don't want to save the changes right now to what I have open here. And I'll just show some data. So I'll expand my system, and then I'll go over to my content, and there I have my demo data schema, and there are some tables, lots of them in fact, and there's the GDP data, and what the heck, let's open a data preview, and sure enough there's the first 200 rows. So my server is up and running, and I was able to connect to my server using my Elastic IP address, and this concludes this demonstration. Alrighty, I'm done for the day. Let me take you through taking the server down. So I'll head on over to the administration tab, and make sure you do this, because otherwise your wallet is going to be pretty empty pretty fast. And I'm going to go ahead to the administration tab, and I'm going to stop the HANA database, and yes, stop the HANA database. Go over to the status tab now, and I'm just going to watch it as it shuts itself down, and I'll start to see all these green lights go into red lights, starting from the bottom up. Memory usage is going down. Name server should come down in a second. Okay, database is now down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on over to my Amazon console and I'm going to stop my instance. Okay, my instance is running. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to stop it. Yes, stop. And it is stopping. And in a moment I will have completed my activities and I'll be in the stop state. Then I can take the night off knowing that I won't be accidentally burning up valuable resources and getting a bill that will knock my socks off. Okay, there we go. It's all stopped. So now I can close out my work for the day, and next time I need to use my server for development purposes or for experimentation, I'll just go start her up again and get back to work. This concludes the demonstration.